Good morning again. This is Neil Spate at Thurrock Nub News, and I understand there were sound issues on my last film, so hopefully someone very kindly watching this will at least let me know if they can hear me and what I'm blethering on about. This is Neil Spate in Stamford-le-Hope, just doing an informative, because quite a lot of people are confused about what's happening with the bin situation. As I say, hopefully someone will just tap me a message saying the sound is working this time. Yes, thank you, Anthony Gilbert. Okay, so this is a team of Thurrock Council refuse collectors who have been in their Union Unite has been in a long dispute with Thurrock Council, and as of today they will be taking strike action. Why then, you may ask, are they on the streets this morning? Well, what's going to happen is that the guys are going to report for work at 6 o'clock, and then they will return to the depot at 9 o'clock every morning. And that way it prevents Thurrock Council from being able to use the wagons and bring in other crews. Otherwise it would make their strike pointless, one supposes. You can argue the rights and wrongs of that. That's not for me to comment upon. But just to say that across the borough, bin crews will be out early in the morning, and then they will be returning back to the Oliver Road depot. This strike, of course, doesn't just affect bin crews, it affects street cleaning and highways maintenance. It's a dispute over pay and conditions, basically cuts to allowances and bonus and overtime payments. And it affects not just the teams in the Environmental Services Department, it also affects teams in the care worker section. You may have read a very harrowing story on Thurrock Nub News earlier this week, over the weekend, from Collins House. Well, care workers in the borough are also going to be affected by the cuts to terms and conditions, and in some instances it may well end up meaning a major difference to the service, that people will actually leave the service, which is a great shame. As I said, this strike is intended to go on now for the next 3 weeks unless there's a resolution. Those care workers that I spoke about, many of them are represented by the GMB union, and they are, as I understand it, balloting their members for industrial action also. So it's an across-discipline issue with these workers at Thurrock Council over terms and conditions. It's interesting. It's been described as people wanting a pay rise. As far as I'm aware, there's no mention of people wanting a pay rise. It is in fact just changes to the way things that work. While I'm on, I will quickly nip up to London Road as an informative, and we'll leave the guys to get on with their job there in their rather cutely named Dustin Bieber lorry. As an informative for people planning to come through Stamford-le-Hope this morning, there's been no notice, but a team of contractors from a traffic management company have been on site in the last half an hour and have put up signage saying that London Road is going to be closed this morning. I understand from round about 8 a.m. and it's emergency work, so I'm told. There's no official sources by the guys that are putting out the signs that it's work to do with it's National Power who've got some emergency work that they need to do, which facilitates them digging up the road. Those people in Stamford be familiar with London Road being dug up. They've no idea how long this closure is going to be for. There will be a diversion which looks like it will run from the other side of the garage to the garage in the distance. There's Runnymede or Ruskin, and the traffic is being diverted down there, round through the housing estate, down through Palmer's possibly, and then down onto Butts Lane. So there's likely to be some traffic congestion, and certainly a lot of traffic running through the housing estate this morning. So that's due to start at 8 o'clock. So while I was here, I thought I would pass it on. I'll put those details on Thurrock Nub News very shortly as well. Hopefully you heard all this.